Hey guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. Different video today. We are going to take a look at some altcoins requested by you guys. So I put a tweet out yesterday asking which altcoins you'd like me to cover in terms of technical analysis. The main thing that we're going to be looking at is levels below where we could potentially load up, because we have seen significant downside from all-time highs. The course of the last 9 months has been just pure carnage. So there's nothing at the moment showing that there's any type of major relief which could start pushing us higher. I mean, we've had that ETH merger that happened yesterday, and it was again a selling news event. But that tied in with anything. It could have just been a standard Bitcoin pullback as well, which did draw everything back. So we've got plenty of assets to look at today. Let me have a look on this tweet on a different page. So the first one, XRP. I've not covered XRP for a long time. Let's see if I got on this chart here. XRP was actually my first ever buy when I first started crypto in early 2017. So let's have a look at this on a broader perspective. Look on a weekly time frame, and currently, let's just swap this over so you can see the chart. There you go. So looking at XRP, we have got the Binance chart here, weekly time frame. We've got data back to April 18. If we look on a different chart, we've got the Bitstamp chart. Yeah, that's the one. So this goes back right to the beginning. There you go. So you can see we said that previous 2013 chart, and then that all-time high up at 330, sell off, and then to be honest, it didn't perform that well in the last bull cycle, did it? Back towards the end of 2021. Even towards the end when Bitcoin hit its peak, it wasn't that strong really, up around 131, and that mainly is due to that SEC news. It's not been performing the best, and to be honest, there's so much FUD behind XRP. It's one of the reasons I got out, mainly because of that centralization aspect of it, tied in with all the banks. But given the blockchain is probably one of the best and most efficient chains out there, the transactions per second is unreal, the fees unreal. So it is a great blockchain. It just comes with a lot of baggage, and as we can tell with the SEC, I think whenever the SEC information does come out with its positive, I presume it would be positive. I think it'll get wiped under the table. I think that will be a massive factor for XRP, and then you'll start to see a rise. But currently, we are pretty much stabilising around this level at around 31 cent. If we just put the horizontal round to the bottom of that there, you can see it's a key level. So if you look in the past, there's a major resistance level here. You could say it was a support level there before we rejected resistance, and now it is support. And for me, I think that's personally a decent level to start buying. So if you're looking and zooming in right on this level here, you would expect that this region here holds up at 31 cent. If it doesn't, then you're going to look at some of these bottoms down here. If you look at this region here, there, let's just get rid of those squiggles. So that is a potential region as well, down at 22 cent. That is an area where the price could come down. You've got people talking about 11 cent down here. I don't think that'll happen, to be honest. I think if we did lose this level, you're going to look at 22 cent. I can't see it going much lower than that, to be honest. I think that would be a great entry. When I got into XRP in 2017, I was in at around 9 cent maybe, something like that. Let's have a look back on the charts. It was around, might have been less than that actually. No, it wasn't. It was around there, probably about 18 cent. And so yeah, be nice if it could come back down to those levels, but we just show no progression at all on that blockchain. But yeah, two major buying levels there. I think now is a decent time to buy personally, for the long term, and then look at that region down there at 22 cent. If you're looking at taking profit, you've got a nice region up here at 54 cents, some wicks, loads of wicks within this range. So that could be a decent rise. If you're buying here and selling up at that wick region, you're talking about a 70% rise. Personally, I'd still look to take profit down here. You can see some major level of resistance around there. So 41 cent also still could be a 25 to 30% move depending on your entry there. Next we have, someone put Bitcoin. I won't be looking at Bitcoin in this video. METIS. So this is what I was looking for yesterday. I put a chart up on my Twitter saying, look, we need to really reclaim this region here at $28. I think if we did reclaim it, we're then looking for a retest and a push up and look to take profit around 36. Prices continue to drop and we've hit some support. If you put the support line on there, look at that. Major support around here, support here, and that is where we're currently sat on. I think if we start getting in daily closures below that region, things will start to look a little bit messy. And you're going to come down towards this region and potentially down here, which would not be nice, but that's down at $19. I bought another big stack of this at $32, but it's currently down on that. It doesn't matter. I'm in METIS for the long term, and I'm just going to keep loading up. If I do get that opportunity to buy down here, I think I'll be starting to turn some more capital into METIS. So buys there. I think now's a good time to buy, to be honest. To put 25.78, and then keep some spare tether free for $19. Profit taking is still this region here at 32 and 37, 36, $37. CryptoZen.ALGO is asking for ALGO, so let's have a quick look at that. ALGO USDT. There we go. I'm going to guess that most charts do look absolutely horrific, but it is what it is. Looking at this on my weekly time frame. There we go. So, in terms of where this is, it looks like we're on another major support level. If we get rid of them indicators there, and we'll just drop this horizontal ray on there to where the bottom is, you can see every time we hit that line, we're bouncing within that range. Let's just drag it down a little bit lower to get the Pico bottom. And again, it's been a major support level in the past here. I wouldn't worry about looking too much lower, but look at that support level there as well. We had a nice peak before that major bull run. Where's it been in the past? We've been up to, well, if that wick was real, we've been up to $2.98. And currently, we're down at 29 cents. So, levels to buy, I would still consider here. It's a major support level at 27 cents, 27.8 cents. Currently at 29.7, and then we've got a level down here at 22 cents too, showing that's a major support level in the past. RSI is below mid-ground, so we've got plenty of room to push to the upside, but still we've got plenty of room to drop if the market did have another solid push down. Take profit region, bang, 1, 2, 3 bounces, 4 bounces. That is another major level of resistance. Up at 67 cents. So buys at 27 and 22 and sells at 67. XCAD. Here's a Qcoin chart there. It's one of those assets which I always feel like I should do more research on. I mean, personally, I used to be a big Zilliqa holder, and I've always been a fan of the Zilliqa ecosystem. But ever since Colin Miles left Zilliqa, I wasn't that interested in it, and really I should buy back in because the asset itself, sharding protocol, it's decent. It's got a lot going for it, and XCAD is built on top of that. So it's an asset that I should really take a bigger look at. But we'll just put the bottom on there. You can see clear bottom, major resistance level back there. We've had a few bounces on that region, and I would look to buy down at that region again. If we're looking at this price here on this current move in terms of Fibonacci, if you go from the bottom to the top, look at that. We're on that golden ratio. Somebody put on my Twitter yesterday, God Andy, you love that golden pocket. I do. As you can see, that is just, it's unbelievable how much the price reacts to that golden ratio level, and that is that 618. If you want to know how to use the Fibonacci, go into my playlist, go into lessons, and there's a complete tutorial how to set it up and what it is and how I personally use it. So look at there at $1.82, it's major support level there, and you can see as well that ties in nicely with this region here and this region here and this here. So it is a good region where the price is reacting. Potentially, if you're looking for some short-term trading, buy here, sell up here, rinse, repeat. I mean, if you're doing that, if you're buying at this region and selling it there, you're talking around a 13 to 14% swing with zero leverage, and that could be something decent to make. So keep your eyes on that. It will lose it at some point if the price of Bitcoin does start to tumble. And that might come down to around 166, but yeah, it's currently bouncing off 182, decent level to buy, and then use these fibs to ladder down to 166, 144, and then this extension of that fib down to 83 cents. If it did drop down there, it would be a great buy as well, but I mean, you would expect for $1 region to stand up like a absolute solid brick wall. Take profit region, I've got this level marked up. Absolutely no idea why that's marked up there. So let's get rid of that. In terms of profit, let's have a look on weekly time frame. You've got a decent level there, that's why I maybe marked it up actually. If you look at that region there, so if you look at this wick here, rejection, support, support, rejection, support, support. So yeah, that's a weekly level. So if you're looking to sell, $3.26 is a major level of support. Niso Taff, he said quant. Seen a few people talk about quant recently. Personally, I've never looked into the asset itself. I should do, but this is weekly time frame. From the highs, let's have a look what we've done. All altcoins look nasty. From a high to a low, we've done a 90% drop. In terms of relief from them lows, we have done a 220% rise, which is steadily selling off. If you look at this, we'll use the Fibonacci again. If you look at the entire move from the bottom to the top, we lost that 382 level, push back up. I bet that's a 50% fib. If we put that on there, boom, look at that, 50% Fibonacci, double tap at the bottom, double tweeze at bottoms, and then pushed up, and we're currently using that 382 level of support. So it does show you, I mean, I tend not to use that 50% fib, but sometimes it does react, and I use all these levels, whether it's trading or long-term investments. It can be great levels to buy, so go and watch that video, teach you how to use it. So $87, it's bounced off, we pushed back up, and then $98 is support, currently at 103. I mean, look at this region here. That is on that 50% fib, which indicates also a nice level of support. If you're looking, yeah, we'll mark these regions up here, drag it all the way across. That is a decent support level where the buys did come in. It was, if you look here, support, which ties in nice at 50% fib, which was a support level there and a support level there. We did get a wick down to a 618, but then it pushed up and got both those closures at $87. So if you're looking for buys, I'd still target that 618 at $76 and potentially look down to this area of support here around $60. Take profit region, I'd still look to take profit at 133, and then this extension at -27, which is $158, I think could be a decent level for you to take profit there. What else we got? We'll have a couple more. Sand. Let's see if this does a full retracement right in time move. It's lost that 786 level. Yeah, I think if you're looking for buys, I would target here at 73 cents. I think that could be a decent level for you to buy some sand there. Looking below that, nice support level here too. You can see, you don't have to be sheer accuracy, but you can see by the naked eye that how many times does it bounce there. Not always accurate, but you can see all those bounces within that range on that level there. And if you spin it around and look at some of the other regions, you've got some sort of resistance levels there, a resistance level here kind of. So you know what I mean? It's quite easy to drop support and resistance levels on if you know the basics, and that's where I'd be looking to buy at those levels. So here is a big area, 73 cents. I think I would be looking to buy there, and then maybe if you get lucky and the market does get another one of those crazy dumps, a wick to the downside, then look at 58 cents. We'll cover one more. AZERO by Al. I'm not sure if it's on here actually. I've got a chart. Yeah, we have. It's on Huobi. I think METIS has got quite a lot of volume, hasn't it? So we've got data back to January this year, which is not too much data to be honest, but let's have a look at a couple of things. We are sat on a support level, if you look at there. So with support here currently, it was support before it turned to resistance. Resistance here, and if you look at all these wicks, it's done quite well. Resistance, resistance. So that is a current area where the price does really need to react. So that's at $1.11. But if you're looking for further buys, I'll be looking here, 94 cents. I keep meaning to take a more in-depth look at LF0. It's one of those assets that I keep seeing popping up. I think Lady of Crypto has mentioned it a few times. it's an asset I've heard big things about, but I've also heard bad things about. But that's crypto for you, isn't it? So, I mean, personally, it's on my list to check out. It looks like a given level that's going to come down to 93, 94 cents. So, I need to get on my research. If I get some research done, I might be able to buy some down at 93. I mean, if it loses that level, you're going to look down towards this region here, which is that next bottom. Major support 1 to 3 weeks down, and it bounced. So that's around 82 cents. And then below that, if the market does continue to dwindle, then you're going to look down at 58 cents. But 4 levels for you to buy there. We've got 111. I think now could be a decent time to start dollar cost averaging. 94 cents, 82 cents, and 58 cents. 4 levels there for you to look at buying. And then if you're looking to take profit, I won't be taking any profit below here. $1.32 and $1.57. Some levels there for you to take profit. There is a few more on that list, but I'm not going to get round to doing them today. I don't want the video to be too long. We're going over 15 minutes now, so plenty of assets there for you to check out. If you're looking for buys on those assets, it could be some decent areas for you to look at buying for the long term. Remember, the market's in dire straits, and although previous bear markets have hit their peak or bottom 1 year after the all-time high, which has happened in 2013 and 2017. Nothing is off the table here because the global economic picture is pretty much fucked, isn't it? Everything's a mess. We've got energy crisis, we've got housing crisis, which is starting in the US. We've got recessions. Crypto has never been around really. For the last 10 years, everything's been on the up. I know we've had major pullbacks and major drawdowns, but Bitcoin has performed very well because the financial structure of the world has been performing okay. Now things are starting to dwindle. Some of these orders may get filled, but remember, things can always go lower, so manage your risk. Use capital that you can afford to lose short term. Long term, you'll be laughing. If you're buying assets that are fundamentally strong, long term it will be good. So that's it. That's my altcoin analysis video today. Share it around for me, please. The ALGO on YouTube is absolutely diabolical at a minute. So that's it. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time.